All right. I think we're live. Meet, it shows that you're muted. All right, we're live.
Hi,
Oh, Martia, what you eating already? Are you eating something?
No, I'm not. I'm opening my drink because I didn't make my drink yet.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what you got over there? Hey, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
hello, hola, ¿cómo está?
I'm Renee.
I'm Martia.
And I'm Demetrius.
And welcome to Sip and
Sipping on
Unwind.
wine.
Hey.
Okay, so how y'all doing? How y'all
Doing great.
How was y'all weekend?
Oh, wow, I forgot that passed by.
I know, it's Monday. It's Monday.
That went by quick, didn't it?
It did. Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We are women. Last I checked.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm a woman. All right. Ooh,
I'm
ooh.
a...
Ooh, ooh. Yeah.
Is it today or was it? When
It's
is
today.
It? It's today?
According to Instagram, it's today.
Okay.
And I saw so many posts. I thought about the most influential women in my life growing up. And
Oh, you're so welcome.
Shut up. She's so funny.
I love it. I love it.
But
Shout
I am
out
the Batman to her Robin.
She's right. She's right. But I thought about my mama, my auntie, and my grandma growing up. So did y'all have any influential women that made an impact on your lives growing up?
Growing up, oh, hey Shorty. Shorty non, he's there. I did my cousin Tiana. And I've always looked up to her. You met her.
I did, yeah.
When we went out to California, she's in LA. Mm-hmm. And she was a Delta when I was younger. And I saw her being a Delta and doing, stepping and all that stuff. And I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what, ever since then. And then I done pledged, and now I'm a Delta too, just because of her. But yeah, that's like one of the people that I've looked up to. And then, I don't know, trying to think if there's somebody like in business and stuff. The only person that I can think of like a celebrity business person that I like their business model and how they did things is Oprah. Like I'm gonna always be like, she's like queen to me, and how she is able to stack her money and be that billionaire. Just wish I was like one of her daughters. That's all.
I didn't think of any celebrities. That's good. What about you, Demetrius?
I'm gonna go with my mom, my aunts, and my grandmother.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
The same peoples.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. They are so funny.
What y'all do this weekend?
I did absolutely nothing. I rested my bones.
Martia, what did you do this weekend?
Nothing. Except visit my daughter for her birthday. I went to go see my baby. She's doing great. It's always good to see the kids, but it's just a sad drive when I have to leave them.
Yeah.
So spending that time with her was great. We had a good time. It was her birthday last week, so I went to go visit her for her special day.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
I celebrated one of our friend girl, what you call it, our friend group birthday that she had over the weekend, and we had drinks and celebrated her, and she acted a damn fool in the restaurant, and it was great. Like it was all good. And, she was walking around, people were giving her money, at different tables and stuff, because how
okay.
She walked to the bathroom, came back, because at a table they was giving her money and stuff, and and then she was dropping it low all in the restaurant. And I was like, I wish I had knees like that. My knees don't work like that no more. I'm saying. And she had heels on too. And so I was just like, nope, I can't do it. But go. But yeah, it was fun. Got a little tipsy, but
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all see Coming to America?
Now I did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I did. I was about to say I did watch that with my parents. I did watch Coming to America.
What did you think of it?
It was pretty good. It wasn't quite like the first.
Of course, yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
How about you, Martia? Did you look at Coming to America?
I did. I fell asleep on it a couple of times. So I've seen it for the most part. I've seen most of the movie, but some parts I didn't see because I fell asleep. I kept dozing off on it.
I actually laughed out loud at that movie at some of the parts. I mean, I don't know, I liked it.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
It was, and we're not gonna spoil it for anybody who's looking at this live right now, but yeah, it was just like it was good. And then you have to remember it was on Amazon Prime, so it wasn't like a big studio kind of, movie at the movie theater, by Paramount or all that kind of stuff. But it was Amazon Prime.
Released it at some theaters that did private.
It's like it's not like big budget. Like I think all the budget probably went to the salaries of all these celebrities that were in it, for one. But
yes, they did have it was large everybody. Celebrity cast.
It was everybody in there. It was good to see a lot of the people from back in the day that was in there.
That's what I did like about the movie. From what I saw, the nostalgia feeling that you got from watching it. Yes. So it was really good to see them.
And I'm not gonna spoil it, but the part of the the music selection and stuff, when they brought out the musical selection and all that, I was like, yes. Do y'all remember who it was? Y'all don't remember? Oh my gosh, at the wedding.
You gonna make me spoil it if I say.
No, don't spoil it. Yeah.
Don't.
Hey,
that's why I'm being quiet.
But yeah, it was good. So yeah, I was laughing out loud, and actually when it ended, I was just like, oh yay. It was a pretty good.
So you think he should continue that franchise? You think he should continue it, or that's it? That's enough.
I don't like really remakes and all that kind of stuff that much. But
okay.
Do more movies. Yeah, absolutely do more movies. But I don't want to see like Coming to America 3. It's, for one, everybody's so old now. It's just, I don't want to see them 5 years, 10 years from now and stuff. I mean, yeah.
That actually made me sad seeing everybody so old, but because it's like so many years have gone by. But it was, go ahead, Mia. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
No, I just love Sexy Chocolate. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
The guy who comes out there and goes, Sexy Chocolate. I'm trying not to ruin it.
Okay, so
I'm trying not to give all the characters.
So what I put on here for the main topic for tonight that I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
I don't want to get into much of because it's such a subjective thing, but the thing of a high value man. Like, can you get a high value man? Shorty said he saw it, so talk about it. Well, no, it might be other people that might not have seen it that look at this later. So, but yeah. So the high value man. Do you guys look at Kevin Samuels, his videos?
I've seen a few of his videos
more than I do. I can't. I mean, I've looked at a couple of clips. Have you seen his videos? Have you seen any of his videos all the way through, Martia? Like all the way?
No, just clips.
Just clips, because he has like hour and a half videos.
Yeah, like I see something, I'm like, I want to click on it, but then I see it's like 2.5, 3 hours or something. I'm just like, I'm not sitting there listening.
But what he does, he takes calls. So some of the bulk of the video is him having people call in and talk about what he said. So I've looked at him, but I try to watch what he's talking about, less of the callers that call in. But that's actually where the comedy is at, when people are calling in and he's talking to them.
Yeah. And what I've noticed in his videos, or even like the title of his videos and stuff, is like, for the men, like the men are the highest, all up here. And then as women, it's just like, how are you able to accomplish being with one of these high value men, and they're up here and you're down here? Well, you're fat, so you don't deserve anybody like that. Or, what I'm saying? That's what he says. Like, you're fat. Like, no, you're not going to get a high value man. Look at how much do you weigh? She was just like, I forgot whatever the height and weight was. And he was just like, that's why you're not married, as if, just because you're, because of your weight, or even because of her job. There was this one girl where she was just like, she made 6 figures. And then she wanted somebody who made 6 figures as well. But then he did his best to kind of bust her down to make her feel, less than, like she was wrong for asking for a man like that. I think we lost Marti. I'm not sure where she went. But we see her pretty picture here. But yeah, so instead of talking about a high value man, because I don't know if there's high value men, quote unquote high value men.
Now I've seen clips where he snap on men and saying that he's not. Yeah, you gotta.
See, I haven't seen where he snapped on men. I just mostly see where, I see these thumbnails of these females, and it's just like, you have four kids over here, or you have a you're unwed and you have a kid, and why would you think that you deserve a high value man because you're already, used girls. There was one woman who said that she didn't want to have premarital sex anymore until she got married. And he was just like, well, you have a kid, right? And she was like, yes. And he was like, well, that means you're giving it up. So you're not going to give it up. So, she was like, what are you saying? I should need to give it up just because I've done it before. He was like, yes. See,
wow.
like, no. So instead of talking about the high value man, I have a list of what makes somebody a low value man. So
let me. I got a pen. I'm ready.
Somebody made a list of low value men. So let's see how many low value men are out there. Hey, we got you back, Martia. Okay, so
listening.
Oh, okay. You did that on purpose?
I didn't want to announce the situation, but yes.
Okay, I thought you something happened. Okay, so the low value men, the first trait is they can't tolerate your no. Like, and in response, he puts you down. Like if you tell somebody no or whatever, it's your fault, or well, you can't handle this.
So are we
X, Y?
So is that more like narcissistic?
I don't know. It might be intertwined. I don't know, but yeah, he can't handle your no. So,
can't handle no. Okay, I'm taking my notes.
And I'm trying to think of like other scenarios, like when other than like sex. He turned you down for sex. You turn him down for sex, and then it's just like, well, then you got to bust you down because you said no to him, or even just anything, like
That's terrible.
Yeah. And then the next one is he puts you down. So he says he's insecure, and he tries to keep you hooked. So you can't get no man like me. Okay, leave. You know how the men are. Leave me if you want, but you're not gonna get somebody like how I am, like how I treat you. And like you're ugly, you're fat, you stink, you this and that.
Sound very narcissistic.
You're not gonna get nobody like me. Child, I think I've dated everyone. Thank goodness I'm not anymore, but I'm just saying. The next one is very concerned about their image. So everything is for show. So what I put here is, I'm not sure if you guys look at Housewives of Atlanta.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So, well, you don't have to look at it, but it's for Drew's husband is a perfect example of he's very concerned about image. Like everything is for show. Like he looks good on the outside. He presents this thing. It seems like their marriage is all that. And he's really a dog.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Issues, right, Donnie's. And because one perfect example what I've noticed was she had like a dinner party or something at the house. And she brought the girls over. And what her husband did, he was attentive to everybody. You want this? You need something to drink? I'll get you something to drink. I'll do this for you. Here, sit down right here. You want something to eat here? And everybody's like, oh, look at your husband is, making them think that he's like way up here when truly he's trash to her. Like he left her for 3 days and didn't tell her where she was.
And didn't tell her, yes.
Didn't tell her. And
then 3 days and not explain that.
And she was not allowed to question.
Yeah, she was actually cooking dinner.
She was not allowed to question.
And she went to go take his plate and he was gone. For one, he said he was in Tampa, but I don't believe that. He told me he just had to clear his mind. You ain't go to Tampa just to clear your mind. And then she was just like another scenario. She questioned him. She said, what hotel did you stay in? And his first response was, huh? That's when you know he's lying. He ain't go to no damn Tampa. He ain't stay in no hotel. Because if he did, you could tell somebody what hotel. I was at this hotel. I was,
Okay.
Did he answer her messages or texts or phone calls while he was away?
No.
Mm-mm. So, and yeah. Like I've been around these types where, where you have a friend where their man comes and I'm trying to think of how to say it. He tries to act as if he's just like the best thing since sliced bread around her girlfriends to make her girlfriends be like, oh, your man did that. Oh, I'm talking about, like he wants to give the biggest flowers, but when he gives the biggest flowers, he needs to make sure that he does it while your friends are there to see it.
Others can see it.
Yeah.
This sounds so narcissistic.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yes. Recording. Yeah. No, bye.
The ghetto.
I know, right? I had to answer to my daughter though. So
wait, I can't talk. My dog was like,
but yeah, so like you know what I'm saying, that the only time they really will give flowers is if their wives' friends are all there, or if they do it, they have to take a picture to make sure that they show their friends that they got this, you know, or
he stuff still goes on today. Yeah, we've seen that type of man.
It's just weird that, you know, and they can be the trashiest men, but they want to put on that show for other people to make the other female be like, oh, your man's so nice, he's so good to you. And then later on he's like kind of like trash. So what's the next one? Okay.
These are good. These are good.
Dickie Wood says every man deserves some time away with the fellas without being questioned.
That's gonna be a no.
I agree with that.
I understand. You need to get away.
Agree with that. Yeah, but you need to make an announcement and make plans to go away and like let your spouse know what you're doing.
Yes.
I'm not against somebody going away and having fun with whoever, right? But
yes,
he didn't let her know, and he didn't even answer her calls or her phone or her texts.
And then when he came home, she was not allowed to question. He was like, "Don't question me."
Yeah. And we know if she would have tried that, whoever this
that's a lot of red flags for me.
It would have been a problem if she would have tried something like that.
Yeah, so that's what's just like, yeah, okay, like he deserves some time away. I get that, but without being questioned, just like what? You can't even ask like where you going? You just got to go. Oh, okay. I mean, what you doing? That's so important that I can't know even like the city you're in or nothing. Seems kind of weird, but you know, okay. Next one is most of their friends are bottom of the crop, so less than average friends. So they keep people who are like considered inferior to them, like they feel like they have to be the top person, and their friends are always down here. You understand? Like I can't even think of it like a man
like Diddy. Like Diddy.
No, because he keeps people who are kind of like on his level. You don't think so? Around him, like other millionaires and all this stuff. The one I can think of, but it's a female version of it, is Nene from Atlanta Housewives. And I don't know if you guys see how she operates, but she likes like all her friends to look up to her. Like she has to be like the top dog. And then once, like if you get any kind of fame and notoriety higher than hers, then she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Like friends are always trying to keep you down, or they don't.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah, like I can only think of this in female form. Like I've had friends or known people, but it's only females that have done this. You know, like they want to be the life of the party, and then if somebody else likes you, then it's a problem. Then it's like, okay, I'm ready to go. It's time to go. I'm ready to leave. You know, so I don't know about that for the man perspective. You know, so if a man is like that, that's really bitch behavior. I just think. The next one is they're quick to criticize others, so they never strive for more. So, you know, like somebody who does something good, I guess you don't have anything positive ever to say to them. And again, we're talking about low value men, y'all. So, you know, I don't know men like that I can think of, like, you know, like look at that dude. Think he all that. Like that shit sounds real bitch like.
I've seen that before. It's really? Pretty, yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
He's stingy, not just with his money, but with his, you know, connection to you and attention. He's stingy with his attention and connections and money. Yeah, I can't be around nobody who's stingy, like male or female, you know. Shorty said, I'm just gonna start saying I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but I'm a superhero. That's why I couldn't respond. Huh?
That's them lies and fairy tales that these folks be out here doing.
See,
just tell you anything.
Yeah. In his face, he come up with that shit. Okay. And then here's the last one. This is like weird, but more than once you feel physically ill at the thought of sleeping with them. Like I've never been around anybody who I felt like I'm about to throw up because I have to sleep with them. You know, like physically ill. I don't know. Have you ever been with anybody who just made you guys physically ill that you knew that it had to go down? Or
I've
do
been
you know
married. I've been
anybody?
married for 30 years, so
Or do you know anybody?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of deep though.
it is.
I mean,
That
only
sounds like
You gotta do a walk away.
somebody just wanted some money and it's like, okay, I gotta do
No.
this for some money.
That's the only way I'm
or
thinking
whatever.
about that. Is if,
For whatever
you know,
the gain is. It's not like it
because
was
I can see myself in that situation. Like if I had like a sugar daddy that like, you know, because I already told you I'm down for that.
Daddy.
So if I want to find somebody who just want to give me money and, you know, pay for everything, and he's like 90 years old, but you know, every once in a while he wants somebody, you know, to play with him or something, I think I'll probably be physically ill. But the clothes that I got were real cute, and the shoes and stuff. So I'll just be like, you know,
Demetrius, will you get your friend, please?
I can't today. I just can't.
And that concludes my list of low value men. So on the flip side of that, I think there are very high value men that don't have any of those traits. But I think every man has a little bit of something on this list at some point in your life. You know, you can't be like, I'm never, you know, any of these things. But I mean, I think it happens. I think it's always just like a mixture. You know, there's some that have it more than others, you know, but yeah. Yeah, Donnie said she's glad she hasn't come across anyone like that. Like, yeah, there's a mixture, but yeah. So that concludes.
I mean, that's a lot of on that list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. So hopefully we never find somebody who completes that whole list and has all those traits and is around us.
It's funny because now I kind of want to know, right? I want to know more about high value men now. So I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm just curious as to what's on the list of a high value man.
Mostly, yeah, because I didn't write that part down, but what I saw on the list was stuff where it's just like men aren't like this. I mean, like, you know, like, I don't know, it just makes it seem like they're just like way up here. They don't bother with low stuff, and they don't do, like, all men and women. You know, it's not even a man thing. Just like ebbs and flows. Kind of, you know, you got a little bit of mixture here and there in life, you know. So it just makes it seem like the man is like all the way up here, always, you know, and I just don't believe that, but that's my list.
Wow, that was a good list. I took notes on that one.
What did you take notes for?
Stay away.
Well, so I can share some wisdom amongst the women. So like, girl, let him go, girl.
Stay away.
He has low value. Let him go, girl. Well, I got a little topic. And we touched on it a little bit in our last one about dating and women. I was scrolling through Instagram. I'm a big fan of Holly Berry. She found her new boo. And she said people have been putting labels on her for forever. Like, why are you still trying to date? You've been married 3 times. Why are you still looking? I mean, she went through, like, I think her and a girlfriend of hers kind of like have not a podcast, but they kind of like blog together on her Instagram stories.
There's something clicking.
And she was saying, I
hear something clicking. I don't know if there's something hitting on your mic or something.
It was probably me.
My mic?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Because she was saying that she's 54 and people were like, you're too old to be dating. So what's too old to be dating?
Who's saying that? 20-year-old
people?
It's never too old.
I don't know.
I've never heard anybody
all the time. You're too old to be looking and dating. But I'm happy for her. I'm glad she finally found somebody.
Yeah.
I do hear the clicking sound, but yeah, I don't think there's a limit.
I wonder if it's my headphones.
I don't know.
Hold on. You still hear it?
No, I don't hear it now.
Okay.
I hear it now.
I just heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It sounds
I wasn't talking, so I wonder if it was my headset.
Yeah, it sounds like it's you.
But I tried to do the itself. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Just a little bit.
It's still clicking, but
Really? What's clicking?
It's okay.
That is weird.
Since we're live, we're not going to work through it.
But yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're too old to date. Like, huh? What does that even mean? Uh-oh, we done lost you, Meek. I don't hear nothing. Nope, I still don't hear you. I don't hear you, girl.
She can do sign language.
I know. But she knows, she knows everything
silly.
Else.
Right. But I don't think there is an age limit to the dating scene.
It's just something to say, like, why would somebody, oh, we don't hear you. But why would somebody say that you're too old? Like,
because they're probably 20 years old in the comment section.
That's just like the stupidest thing. Like, what? And then she's only 54, so she's not supposed to date nobody no more now because, have you seen her? We don't hear you.
The people saying she's too old probably think life ends at 40.
I guess, but I mean, have you seen her? Have you seen her body? She looks damn good. So like, whatever.
Right. Halle Berry, or however you say her name, Halle Berry, she's always been fine.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hear you, homegirl.
So I'm gonna drink my drink right now a little bit.
Cause she can hear us.
Let's talk about what we was drinking on. What you drinking on, Martia?
I'm drinking on some Crown Peach. And
they look good too.
I just opened it. Yeah. And you know it's
no, I don't think I
it's a seasonal Crown. So I just got it a few days ago. And I try to stock up on it when it does come back in stock. Okay. So I mixed that with some cherry Coke.
How's that?
Pretty good.
Do you like the peach one? Is it better than apple?
Oh yeah. To me, that's my favorite, is the peach one. Yeah, that's why I say I stock up on it. When it comes back in, when it's in stock, I try to go ahead and stock up on it. So it's a two bottle limit at my nearest store.
They got a limit.
Oh yeah, because it sells out so fast. Usually you can't buy it past like May or June. So I didn't even know it came out this early until I just happened to go in there and I just saw it. So yeah, to
just
me,
buy one or you got two of them?
I've been trying to stock up. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But, well, I am drinking pineapple Ciroc and a little bit of pineapple juice.
Oh, that sounds good.
I have my cup. It's a different one from last week. It says "Time to Wind Down," and it's a cup that Demetrius got us a little while ago.
There you go, girl. There you go.
Okay. See, what I was trying to do is make the volume louder for you guys. So I think that's what it was doing. Oh, that's very loud in my ear.
Well, no, it's still kind of clicking, but it's okay. I can hear you now. We can hear you though. So you.
But I don't know why it's clicking. I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't know.
But I'm not gonna mess with it. If I touch it again.
You see, I got I'm
scared.
My cup. You got it.
Oh, you're using it. I should have used mine.
What you drinking tonight? Oh,
sweet red. Ooh, let's see. Oh.
Word is her sex game is whack. Don't nobody know what her sex game is unless you slept with her. That's an easy thing to say. That's an easy thing to say.
Somebody actually said that about her.
No, I'm saying, that's what talking about word is. Like, word is from who?
people also say she's crazy, but that's not a reason to not date.
Too. Yeah, that woman crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it seems to always be people blaming the woman.
Exactly. That's why I just be like, whatever.
When relationships don't work out, or like you say, people are telling her not to date because she's too old, but the people she's dating are also in their 50s. Why ain't nobody telling them they too old to date as men? So it's always the woman's fault for, why she can't keep a man, find a man, or whatever. It's just crazy.
Yeah, but
I was just wondering why do we as society put women in a box though? Like, why is it, oh, you're too old? You never hear that about men. It's always
I know. It's just be like, oh, he a player.
I just okay,
cat daddy.
Yeah.
Women like,
not cat daddy.
You know, he be trying to give it away to everybody, and that's fine. But yeah, the woman too old to date. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, but I'm Team Halle Berry though. Halle Berry, if
Me
you ever see this,
too.
I'm Team Halle Berry.
I hope she finds what she's
I
looking
want you
for
to
out
win,
there.
girl.
Me too.
Yes, he's very attractive for her. She showed him on a I don't know if he's on her pictures or like her stories or something.
Yeah, I
but
saw it.
he's
I don't remember what he
her.
looks like now, but I remember seeing it like a week or two ago or something.
He's an older guy, but he's cute for her. He's
okay.
Cute for her.
Isn't he a singer? Was it Van Hunt or somebody?
Oh, is it?
I think so. And
I
think that's who it is.
Okay.
And that's they actually make a cute couple, but then I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw underneath one of the photos, I saw them posted for Valentine's Day. So I don't remember who posted it, but people were under that photo saying, oh, this is an old photo. They've already broke up. I'm like, did they really? I don't know if that's true or not, but it's like people just don't. They know a little bit about your business from all the way back in the David Justice days and Wesley Snipes days, and they or Wesley Snipes day, and they want to just hold that against her. It's like, dang, she trying to find somebody.
Donnie says, people are praising Lionel Richie for dating that 30-year-old, and he's 71.
I know. That's true. Thank you for that. Me and my mom was discussing that. And I was like, Mom, you think she's too young? And she was like, that's on him and the Lord.
Well, I just found out he was dating someone so much younger than him, and they've been together for a couple of years now.
So I mean,
yeah, I was just like, okay, Lionel.
you look good on them facelifts or whatever he got done. I mean,
And his young tender, she cute too. I was like, okay, Lionel, with your little young tender.
And his pockets is right.
They fit. They fit. Mm-hmm. They make a nice couple.
I wonder if he wants more kids. Like when you're that old with somebody that's so much younger than you, and she doesn't have any kids, maybe not. I don't think she does. It's like, do you want kids with that person, even though you probably got 15 or so more years? I mean, we don't know, right? But if he's already in his 70s, like, do you start over with kids at that point? That's what I'd be wondering about when a woman gets somebody that old.
What's his name? Isn't it Mick Jagger or somebody like that just had kids? Or what's it? He's like 70 something years old. Child.
But she might want one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, ew.
But do you have a kid with somebody that old, just knowing, like, he looks good, but can he run around in the front yard with his kid if his kid wants to play football or something?
When he knocking on 80. You got a real daddy around. His bank account right though, so I don't know.
Oh no, he rich. He can probably just pay somebody to play with his kids. He's calling them now.
Real right.
That's not the same thing.
I mean, saying. Some people don't even have their daddy around. They'll be all right.
Oh wow.
We'll be living in a nice house. Is that wrong?
Dead wrong. Yes. Pun intended.
Un poquito, just a little bit. So I got one more. I got like a little topic for you guys because I was having a discussion with a long time friend. We're not friends, but I'm gonna put her in that category just for the sake of the
associate, sis. Like, go ahead and say it for what it is, sis.
Oh, just you haven't talked to somebody in like 20 plus years, and they come out of the blue. Hey, how you doing? And it's just a conversation piece that come up because she needs advice. But 20 years. Okay, anyway.
Okay, wait a minute. Before we move on. Wait a minute. Before we move on, Dickie says if he was 70 and broke, he would be with a 70-year-old woman.
True statement.
That is true.
Do you think so? It's a lot of older men still with younger women though.
That's true, but
it's still a lot of men. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he might be ugly though. She might be an ugly 30-year-old, maybe that.
Okay, well then.
She might not be as pretty as his girlfriend is right now. She might be one of them ugly 30-year-olds or less than desirable. But men always want them young things.
Renee tonight, or
I'm gonna let you get her, sis.
I can't deny. I can't.
It's the Ciroc.
Okay, wait. Let me go with my story. Renee. Okay. Quit cutting me off. I gotta get this off. I hope that she sees this. Okay, so she called me and she said, I have a question. And I was like, yeah, I'm listening. She said, me and my husband been together for a minute, and we had a discussion about past partners.
Okay.
So her question was to nip that all in a condensed. Should
Okay.
men reveal that they slept with men prior to their relationship, like with their significant
Should
other
they
or
admit
their
it or
spouse? Should they come out and say, "Yeah, I've been with
if
men
you
before"?
specifically ask who you've been with? Like, I don't think you should just go up and say, hey, we're dating now. Okay, I dated men in the past. No, because if she ain't asked, then, that's on her. That's, yeah, I don't, that's my thought.
I think that's kind of tricky though, because
I agree with.
I don't think a lot of people reveal who they past lovers
Mhm.
were before,
Mhm.
coming into a relationship or being married to
I
that
agree with
person.
Renee though. I say, hey, two things. Either you're
Okay.
bisexual or you're not. And if you're
Okay.
bisexual, I feel like you should tell your partner that you do like both men and women, right?
Mhm.
To me,
Okay.
that's like a part of the conversation from the beginning, because I think the man would want to know in turn if she's bisexual, right? But to get into specifics, I know that some people don't feel like if they were with the same sex once, they don't put themselves in a category of being bisexual. They just might say, oh, I just messed with a man once. Or a female might say, oh, I was with a female once in college. They don't count that as being bisexual. So in that
Hmm.
case, I do feel like what Renee said, if you're asking specifically, okay, you're saying you're not bisexual, but have you ever been with a man on any level? You might not have had sex, you might have sucked his dick or whatever, right? But if you ask that question specifically, I think the answer should be a truthful one. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she did ask,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Well,
and
then
he
what's
went,
she gonna do
and
about
she
it?
said he did
Oh, wait a
a.
minute. He says,
She
yeah.
said she that he did a jog around, so it
Oh,
wasn't a
Oh
direct
wow.
yes or a direct no.
then that means
And I
yes.
asked her, oh,
I mean, that's just
okay,
I'm
I said
thinking.
the same
I'm saying,
thing.
no, I'm saying usually
I
men
said
who
the same
hasn't,
thing
who
because
haven't
I think,
slept with another man was like, no. Like you wouldn't be like, well, but we had good times and why are you asking me that question? Like I'd be like,
yeah, that's what it was.
okay.
She said he kept saying, "Why are you asking that? Why would you ask that?"
Oh, he
Instead
was
of
getting
saying
defensive
yes or no.
about
But
it?
yeah, she said he
Oh.
was. But I hope she look at this because that's my opinion on it. I told her,
And he says,
unless
hell
he's
yeah, they
guilty.
need to reveal it. She needs to know if they've been with the same sex. Yep. So that's your job to ask, you know.
Yeah, she said she asked.
So I
So
mean,
she did the
but what's
right
she gonna
thing.
do
She
about it
asked.
then? But what's she gonna do about it?
I don't, I don't know. I left it with my opinion and
Because if
dropped
you
it on
ain't
the
gonna do nothing
phone.
about it, then don't even ask.
Did she ask you
Like,
because
don't
she
continue to ask.
did she ask you about it because, or did she bring it up to you because she has a problem with it and she thinks it's lying?
She said she thinks he's lying.
Mm.
Hmm.
But
But
I'm
he didn't
yeah.
answer yes or no though. So
So even if he tells her the
just a
truth, I
thought. Just a
kind of
thought.
wonder what would she do if he tells her the truth. If he comes back and says, "Yes, I've been with other men or another man," what will she do after gaining that information?
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't
So
say
but I
like,
did ask her, are you gonna I did ask her, will you continue to ask? Or that was it? You leaving it on the table? Is that his permanent response?
Tell her when he's
And
sleeping on
she was
his
like, I don't
side, just
know.
run a finger up his booty hole and see what he's doing. If he arches his back,
"Please get your friend."
if he arches his
Please.
back, you're gonna know something. Or if he slapped the shit out you, you're gonna know something else. I mean,
Wow.
if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, then don't worry about it. Just you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he
I
says, as
just
a
needed you
heterosexual woman,
y'all
that's a
opinion
deal
on it.
breaker. So she's gonna piece him out. So
But I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
there's plenty of women that would learn the truth on that and still stick by the man. There's
Yeah.
some that
Yeah.
won't, but I'm pretty
I
sure.
mean, she's dedicated all this time to him. It's been years. So I was
Oh,
like,
are
wow,
they
that was
married?
a weird topic. They're married.
Yeah. So
Oh,
leave
they
him
are.
And she
alone.
Oh,
said they just had like a She said they had like a deep conversation going, and that came up as a topic.
Well,
and
just
he
tell her
danced around the response.
that she knows the answer to that then now, and move on. They're married. No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're married. You know what it is. If he danced around, you know what it is. So, okay, you're married. You're not gonna get a divorce over it. So, I mean, as long as it ain't nobody new right now.
Do they have kids?
5.
Oh, yeah. So she ain't going nowhere.
Right, she ain't going nowhere. Especially if they're 5 and they're young.
Yeah.
Sis, let that go.
Sis,
let it go.
Don't even ask him about that no more, sis. Let it go.
Right. Like, you know, just keep it in the back of your head, just like right here. Just keep it there, and then
all the way in the back.
Yeah, child, just move on. Like, yeah, just, you know, just just like keep it there so that if you see something later, you know, like if you got his buddy Brandon that comes over all the time and they always go to the basement to hang out, take that from the back of your head and just like bring it to
all the way to, they go to the basement and they hang out.
Yeah, like you'd be like, wait a minute, he got a best friend that always comes over here and spends the night and they just be hanging out.
Oh my.
You know, because he be crashing because he's drunk. You know, his excuse is always because he's drunk and he go to the basement and just go to sleep, which I didn't have a problem before, but now I'm wondering.
That's,
you know,
crazy.
So I'm just saying, just like stuff like that. But I mean, if ain't none of that happening, child, don't worry about that. I mean, just you know what it is. You know what it is. What, you couldn't have your husband have no friends come over and spend the night, Martina?
I'm not saying he can't have friends come over and spend the night. However, because the scenario that you gave, the fact that your scenario has him doing stuff right up under her nose, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. But seriously though, like no one comes to spend the night with us unless they're family anyway. So yeah, that would just be weird to me because we just don't be having men spend the night unless they're family. You know, like my friends may come spend the night because that's what girls do, right?
Buddy ain't gonna be like, hey, bro, I'm about to come over there.
No, not at all.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird.
And he says we're too late for that conversation. Yeah, so just kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of mentioned that too. I was like, don't look too far into it. Maybe he just didn't. Maybe he was shocked that you even brought it up and asked it as a general question.
Yeah. But still just your head.
And maybe there's something that she's not telling you. Like maybe there's a reason why she brought it up to him, but maybe she left that reason out of y'all's conversation. Because I feel like to bring that up after all these years, why are you bringing it up now?
And
I know, and then randomly calling me about it. Like, girl, I ain't got no answer for you.
Yeah, like for one, I wouldn't be calling and telling nobody about that. About my man. Like,
maybe she was doing I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
So I hope she looks at this. I'm gonna tell her to look at it because that's our response.
Hey girl, hey.
Girl, I got other
Hey girl.
I got other opinions for you. So y'all, I was reading an article though, to jump off of that real quick, about a 13-year-old boy that was forced to drink urine at a sleepover. Anybody heard about that? Yeah, I think it's over in the UK. A 13-year-old boy was forced. It was somebody else's. At a sleepover though. So we're the parents. I'm just at a 13-year-old sleepover.
He's gay, accept it. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so like, was it a prank or is it?
Well, it started off doing that as a prank, but then they ended up just bullying him and they recorded it.
Was this the black boy that was bullied by all the white kids? Okay, I didn't read the article.
Oh, you left that part out.
I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline of that, and I thought I knew that's what you were talking about.
Oh, now I'm even more angry right now. I was just like,
so they're calling it like, so now they're saying that the boys call him racial slurs and force him to drink urine. So I mean, like, how are we in 2021?
I'm speechless. I have.
I'm trying to think what I would like. How I would not go over there and beat their asses. Like, you know, like you can't fight kids. You're not supposed to. But I mean,
I've been face to face with some parents before, though.
Yeah, like I would have to take somebody out. Like,
I'm that mom who would go and be like, "Where your mama at? What's your address?"
Okay.
And this is True story.
Like,
I will go face to face.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you cussed a parent out before?
I ain't gonna say I cussed a parent out. I'm not gonna get into that, but I have been face to face with parents before. Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah, my kids know. My kids, they know I'm that mom. Try my kid if you want to. I'm not playing with you.
Wow. I've never encountered anything like this. So this is shocking.
So in a situation like that, I'm pretty sure with me, it would have gotten physical. I've never gotten physical with another parent. But oh yeah, I've been face to face with parents over the years and teachers. So yeah, my kids know I don't play about my kids in all kind of ways. So you ever want to see a side of me that you ain't never seen before or didn't think you would ever see? Try my kids.
Okay. Like I ain't ever had to do that for my daughter. I'm trying to think of, was there ever like a scenario where, like anybody had to do anything, but yeah, I would get a little crazy. Like I feel it in my, cause I feel like that for this little boy that I don't even know. And I'm just like, I don't know. So what happened? What happened to it? What can you do? These are kids. Like what can you do?
Well, let me read a little bit of the article. It was on Mirror over in the UK. I guess that's their news outlet, the Mirror, their magazine and everything. It says a boy was beaten, forced to drink urine, and shot with a BB gun after a campaign of bullying came to a head.
I'm not even a fighter, and I would have been locked up. Do you hear me? Locked up.
Yes.
Oh.
And they said he was beaten and slapped during the night and called racial slurs.
I would be so mad that my kid did not call me and tell me to pick him up at that point. Why are you still there? Like you stayed there?
That part. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Now, niece said she read about that story.
Turned out they weren't friends. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is very heavy.
She said she's that mom too. Like,
oh Lord, I'm just trying to.
That's heavy.
I'm just thinking about like
that is. It's almost tear jerking because, and he may not have been able to call. You know, when kids do cruel things like that, they may have taken his cell phone. They may have threatened him.
Where was
Don't call your mama.
Where was the host parents during all this? Like, I know you have had to have heard.
You know,
I don't know. Maybe at 13, you gotta.
I need to read further into that, but the mom, she was expressing on how that's a shame we're in 2021 and this is happening to my son, that he thought he was over there with friends.
Yeah.
I mean, to shoot him with a BB gun, slap him, call him racial slurs, force him to, and then you filmed every event that you did. So there's no even denying, oh, it wasn't me, that was Tommy. No, it was you.
I would take, I don't know if they're like friends because they're in the same school or whatever, but he wouldn't be going to that school no more. You're not about to be in school with these people every day. Have to live with that. The host
of the party would have been the first one to get these hands. Like seriously, and your kid could get it too. Like this is one of the things. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even wrap my mind around something like that happening to one of my children. That's so sad. Oh my goodness, that's sad. Yeah. And he's gonna be traumatized for that.
Right.
But the sad part is the authorities said they're going to look into it and investigate to see if it was any criminal offenses. Like what part is not an offense?
And then, I mean, the fact that they're kids, like, I mean, like what can you do? Because it's still kid, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't charge them as adults and, put them away for 10 years. You can't do stuff like that because it is something, but it's just heartbreaking, to do somebody like that.
But that would be
have like a tetanus shot and all that from drinking urine.
But does the school come at default? I don't know. When you hear events that happen out, being that they're,
I mean, it's just a school over somebody's house, though, right?
Yeah, but I think they always try to default on something.
Yeah, like suspend them from school or something like that.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't that be bullying or some level of assault or like that's? Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy that they have to investigate. They have a whole video. Like, why they got to look at the video and then go ahead and determine your charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fight a kid too. I feel you on that. You and your kid gonna get it in that case.
Right.
Because I never had to go face to face for somebody like putting their hands on my kid or doing something to my, but saying something crazy to my kids. Okay, you're gonna talk to me as a parent. You're not gonna talk to my child any kind of way. So I've never had to approach somebody about any type of physical business, right? But what you just talked about, that's on another level.
Like, yeah.
To force somebody to drink urine, to hit my kid, shoot my kid with a BB gun. BB guns hurt if there's a close impact, you know?
I ain't never
up close to that.
Don't sound fun.
Well, I was a tomboy back in my day, so BB guns hurt. But at the end of the day, to a 13-year-old kid, that's just wrong.
Yeah. To anybody.
I thought that was,
I'm a 13. Like, you're an adult to do that. It's just, poor thing.
Yeah, I said I was gonna follow up with that. That mom is very upset, and it make you wonder, like, are they gonna delay the investigation because the kids already posted the video?
Yeah, like it's already out there. Like, yeah,
like.
Did you see the video? Was it attached to the article that you read?
They didn't show it, but it's like kind of like blurred out screenshots, and you can see them trying to give him a cup to drink, but it's blurred, you know. I'm like, why don't you show the faces? But I don't know. Can you show kids? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe you can't show minors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the rules over in the UK.
Yeah, if you catch the video that they posted, of course it won't blur out anyone, right? But if a news article is reposting that video, I think they do have to blur out certain faces.
Okay.
I think it just depends on what the crime is.
Yeah, it's blurred out. It's so sad though. I just thought, I'm like, did they hear about this story? That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Look here, man, with this world.
I want to know sometimes, like, who is raising these monsters? Like, who are your parents? Who raised you? I'm so serious. Like, you don't never see like a kid get arrested for this crazy crime on TV, and you just wonder, who are your parents? Who raised you? I just want to know that. Like, who are your people? And I want to know too, when people get caught up with crime, where do their parents think they were during that time? You know, there were some kids that got in an accident right here near my home, like less than a mile. I think we talked about this, Demetrius. I don't know. But anyway, it was less than a mile from my house. Like, as soon as you leave out of my subdivision, you can see the spot where the accident happened. These young men were breaking into houses out here, and 4 of them got in a car to, run away from the police when the police were called. Well, they hit a tree and all 4 of them passed away. Oh and this and one of the women I was working out with at the time, her car was one of the ones that was broken into. So anyway, we found out the guys were, killed in that accident. But we were just kind of wondering, because they were like 18, 19, 17, something like that. Okay. And we were just kind of thinking, man, like, where did their parents think they were? That's got to be like the worst nightmare, to wake up in the morning and you find out your child has not only just been killed in an accident, but it was one where the police were chasing them, Yeah,
they was out there criming. Like,
yeah, that's terrible.
Okay.
So, and I know, we've got kids and mine are grown. So going through the teenager stage, especially with my son, it's like you try to stay on them and find out what they're doing and keep up, but you can't. You don't know your kids.
They don't tell you everything.
Yeah. And you can't try to figure it out.
Yeah, you can't lock them up forever, but
And I would like to think that my kid was definitely not out there robbing and stealing, but you don't know what your kid is getting into or what they're associated with, because they could be in a car, and I've seen this happen before too, where somebody else commits a crime, but your kid is in trouble as well because that one person ruined it for everybody. So that is really sad. That's just when I see things, I'm like, who are your parents?
Going over there. Yeah.
And then
I know she must have trusted the parents though.
Right, exactly. I mean, now at 13 years old, I'm thinking that's probably still an age where you're going to try to vet the parents and you kind of know who the kids are if you're going to let your kids spend the night. So, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different. Some people just say, I'm going to Timmy's house, and then they don't know who Timmy is, but they just trust it. But I know at 12 or 13 for my kids, I didn't need to go in their house and take a tour, but I definitely wanted to know where my child was spending the night. By 15 or 16, I didn't do all that,
Thank good for Apple products, because my daughter is on.
Drop your location.
I can pull it up at any time on my phone and see where location her phone is, to the address. So I mean, and I don't tell her all the time that, you know, I'm looking at where she's at, but when she says she goes somewhere later, I just, you know, or she do sleepovers, or, you know, at night or whatever. And I just look, make sure that her phone is still where it's supposed to be, because I'm gonna tell you what, when I went over sleepovers at Mika's house, child, me and Mika had some fun back in the day, though. I'll tell you, girl, like when we was in high school, 13, 14, 15 years old, spending the night over her house. And in the middle of the night, we would wait for her, her dad was there. So we wait for her dad to go to sleep. And as soon as he went to sleep, we go out in the streets and we would just walk the neighborhood and find people to hang out with and stuff like that, you know, like, girl. So I'm just thinking, like, if my child did that, and she's 17 right now, even now I'm freaking out if she would do that. But I'm thinking, hell, I was 13, 14, 15 years old out on the street at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, hanging out with folks or finding people to hang out with at night, you know, in the middle of the night. Because, I mean, you know, you kind of wander. That's what you do, right? When you do sleepovers, at least that's what I did.
That is so true. Yeah.
I had fun, though. I survived it all.
Right.
Something I want to ask you, it might be a little controversial, but if you guys can answer or let me know what your thoughts are. So
I have an answer. I'm telling you that now. Huh? I don't have an answer. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not answering.
We got to put this out here. Okay. So Mississippi House passed a limit on transgender athletes. So the governor is expected to sign this into law, but they're banning transgender athletes on competing on girls or women's team at any state, school, or university. So what are your thoughts on, I'll start. So I'm thinking, what are your thoughts on that? So I kind of go back and forth, and I'm more so on the side of, I understand why they shouldn't compete with girls and women, like transgender females, because I mean, even I understand that you're transgender and, you know, you feel as a woman at this point, but you still have the inside like of a man, like the testosterone and muscle and all that is stronger, probably bigger and faster than cisgender women, you know? So, I mean, I know it's a slippery slope and all that, but I kind of agree with the law. Like, I don't think that transgender women should compete with, you know, girls and women's teams. But I mean, I wouldn't say that they shouldn't be an athlete anymore. They shouldn't compete, but there has to be some sort of a happy medium where they can still compete, but just not on like a girls team, women's team, or whatever. You know, it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, I don't know, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I am open to it, but I'm just like, not for that, you know?
Right. My thing is, I agree with you. I feel like if a transgender man, I think I'm saying it right, a transgender man who's now a woman, if they compete on the men's team, they're probably not gonna compared to the other men that are on the team. And if a transgender man who is now a woman competes on the women's team, he may be stronger or faster or better. I just feel like that's not really a fair competition in either lane, right? I know it's just the women's team that's in question, but I feel like it's just not going to be a fair competition in either lane. However, I think that as we move forward with this gender equality movement that's happening, you're really not going to know that someone is transgender unless they decide to tell you. So you can't really regulate that moving forward. So me personally, I don't feel like it's fair to let someone who, you know, used to identify as a man that's now a woman, like you said, I feel like you still have your strength, you still have that testosterone or whatever. Not saying that women can't beat men under any circumstances, but I do feel like it's an uneven playing field because we have separate teams for a reason. Like if it was supposed to just be one team, we would have men and women playing basketball together. We'd have men and women playing football together, but there's two separate lanes for women to be in and for men to be in for a reason, because the ability is not the same. So I think it's an unfair advantage. But I also feel like as we move forward, we're not going to be able to know what's what unless someone discloses that. That's so true. Unfortunately, I feel like there's nothing that you can really do to regulate that area.
So they are banning it though, right?
Mississippi.
It is banned.
And it looks like they said, I think when I read it, I didn't write it down, but like 22 other states are considering laws like that as well.
Yeah, because I see the girl, like I hate that I don't know her name, but just like casually going through my news, it is a girl that is trying to fight against that for across the nation. She want to fight it for all states because she says it's just not fair. You practice from when you were a kid to a teenager to now, and you get your scholarships and you get all of your competitions that you competed in. Here comes somebody just that's not of the same gender, blows it out the park, and there you are. Where is all your practice, your motivation? Now is everything is just gone because this person that now want to self-identify as a female or transitioning over to a female. I think I'm saying it right. So I understand. You don't want to lose out on your opportunity that you work hard for.
But I also don't want to be like, well, you can't compete no more ever because you're a trans woman. We just need to find a way to make them be able to participate, but also kind of maybe not on like a women's team. Maybe if it's like, what do you call those teams where it's mixed with men and female?
Like a unisex team or something like that?
Something like that. So maybe you have, men's team, women's team, intersex team. But then, do you want to really put yourself out there like that and claim as a, like maybe some people don't know, like people don't know that if you were a trans woman, because a lot of them be passing.
Right.
Damn good, I tell you that. So
nowadays you don't know unless the person discloses that information. So
exactly,
it's hard to tell. I know it's plenty of men that be like, oh, I know, but it's so many great jobs out there that doctors have done. You will not always know unless you see a baby photo where they tell you.
Yeah, so that's kind of a hard one because I'm all for equality and all that, but I think for that one, I don't know. It's I kind of understand. Just like like they say, like I don't have a problem with trans women going into the women's bathroom. Like I don't care. Like I'll say what's up and do my business. Like I don't think that there's an issue there. Like I don't care about that. Like people had a big issue about having trans women in the bathroom of women's bathrooms because they think, I'm not sure what they think is going to happen. You just go in there, go to the bathroom and come back out. But for the sports, I think that I do see a difference. I'm kind of not mixing that. And that's just my 2 cents.
I agree.
I'm done. Oh, we heard the dog.
I was wondering which dog was that, yours or Demetrius?
No, my dog is under my daughter right now because my daughter.
Oh my God,
she's eating, so that's where my dog is, wherever the food is.
I swear, every live she got to say something. It's like I'm in the video. You know that, right?
Shorty said that's why he's not trying to meet anyone new. So has that ruined your dating experience though? Is it that bad out there to not want to meet anyone new? I don't know if he's gonna answer that or not, but I can't imagine being out there and you have to be concerned about that type of thing.
I know, right? Did you have something else, Meek?
No, I thought we were gonna do a.
Gotta spill the wine and take another sip. But if you got something else, Renee,
real quick, and then we can close the doors.
We got some stuff going on tonight.
This is happy news, though. Happy news. Okay, so this is another one on the law. Okay, so Georgia State Senate backed legislation last Friday, to allow restaurants to send cocktails home with takeout. Now, I am so excited for this. So now,
like a margarita?
Yes. So Senate Bill 236 says that you can now take drinks home. It has to be in a approved sealed container. So I guess.
Oh, okay, I got
you. Have to get these approved sealed containers, and you can take it by car, but it can only be in the back seat in a glove compartment. Like, why would anybody put it in a glove compartment? But the back seat.
Who's gonna put a drink in the glove compartment?
I don't know. I know exactly. So it says back seat, glove compartment, or the trunk. So if you can put it in any of those three, then you can take home your drink. So you know how happy I am to hear that.
I don't even know if mine will leave the parking lot.
Because there'd be some of these
wow.
places where I go take out where I love their drinks sometimes, and I just, but you can only get it if you're sitting in there with COVID and all that.
That's great news. This is everywhere, or is that just Georgia?
Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Wow, we're gonna have
that. So I'm waiting for that. But that was my happy news. So that's what I wanted to end on.
That is good news.
That is. Okay. I hadn't even heard about it being written up as a law.
Yep. So
let me make a note.
As soon as the restaurants
can drink and drive. Oh, well, you can't drink and drive though. You can just
no. Drink. That's not going to be a law, honey.
Exactly. You're never going to be able to drink and drive.
No, I don't think they're going to repeal that one. All right. Martina, what you got? Sip the wine or take another sip?
So the take another sip, I'll do that after we do the spill the wine. So for our viewers that have not watched us before, the spill the wine is where we allow our viewers to send in a question, a scenario, or any information you want us to give our input on, right? So in this is kind of long, but I'm gonna pull it up and read it, and there's a few typos too, so I may have to fill in the blank here.
Our email address, did you say it? I don't know if you did.
I did not. Can you say it for me?
sipandunwine@gmail.com. So send your letters or questions or whatever, comments, good or bad.
Yes. And we'll get to it on the air and we'll give our opinions, all three of us. Sometimes we're on the same page and sometimes we're not, but that's okay, right?
You said there's some typos?
It is, yes. I don't know. This person might have been pissed off when they sent this in. So, all right. So this says, I've been with my fiance for 3 years. He has a set of twins. So he has 2 kids that I've never met. We're getting married this October and I really want to meet his kids before we walk down the aisle. We have a 2-year-old child together, and I had 2 kids before I got with him. He's a great father to all 3 of my kids / our kids, but he has never talked much about his twins. Also, he did not mention the twins until almost a year into our relationship. After I found out I was pregnant with our daughter. Okay, so he mentioned the kids that he had before, but that was after she was pregnant with their daughter. All he says is that his kid's mother is crazy and they don't get along, and he had to walk away from both her and the kids. So I went through his phone and found child support papers with the mother's name, and I think I found her Facebook page.
Wait a minute, are you taking notes?
What is she doing? Okay. Are you following the story?
I gotta respond.
Okay. So she said she found the mother's name on some child support papers and thinks she found the Facebook page. She said, I want to reach out to her, and she said, I want to reach out to hear her side of the story. I've never respected men who don't take care of their kids, and I'm having second thoughts about marrying him if he does not reconnect with his children.
Okay.
She's saying she's having second thoughts about marrying him if he does not reconnect with his children. So her question is, what would you do? Would you reach out to the other kid's mother if this was a situation that you were in?
Ooh, I would.
Ooh, child.
Me used to write. Okay, so I'll give mine. Yes, I will reach out, even though I don't even do that. Other women, I reach out to them and talk to. No, I don't do that. But for this situation, I think I would, just to see what was going on. Like, is he in the? Because I mean, you have twins and you don't even talk about them. Like, you didn't know about them until a year into the relationship.
And y'all know how I feel about men who don't, or men and women who don't take care of their kids. Y'all know how I feel about that. So I'm gonna let you finish, but
actually, I think that would probably be a deal breaker anyway. At that point, a year. I mean, I can't even see being with somebody a year and you've never brought up the fact, because I know that had to be a question. You have kids. Like, that should be like one of the first questions when you meet somebody. Hi, do you have kids? What do you do? What's your work? But.
And that's what I want to know. Like, what did he say whenever she brought up, or did she ask that question?
Yeah. Which, if you didn't, that just seems silly. Because that just seems like a starter. That's like what's your name? What's your name? Do you have kids? Like, kind of.
One of our viewers is saying, don't go behind his back and talk to her.
No.
I would probably
want to know, just because I want to know what that situation was. And I mean, I'd probably be done at that point. Actually, before I even get to that point of calling somebody, because I'm just thinking after a year and you've never brought up the fact that you had kids, like, that's weird.
I agree.
What? Like,
even if it was a tumultuous situation, I feel like as your new woman, and eventually she became his fiance, I feel like that's something that maybe they could have worked through if he would have shared that with her.
But then, I kind of, only way I'm thinking about calling the other woman is because she now has a kid with him, right? Too. So this is this kid's siblings as well,
right?
So I don't know. That's go me. I'm struggling.
First of all,
yeah.
I'm not gonna deal with that.
Oh,
now
you're
pulling money from my household, and I didn't even know about. You gotta go. You're removing money that I didn't even know was going somewhere else.
Yeah, that too. I didn't even think about. I forgot about that part too. He's making payments.
I can't. And then you're probably gonna want me to play nice mommy when they come over because you know you take it. Oh, they'll come into play eventually because they're gonna get older. They're gonna get curious.
It doesn't say how old the kids are.
Is.
Or did you have it?
It did. Let me see. Or maybe it didn't.
Okay. Oh my.
I didn't hear the age. I didn't hear the age.
Yeah, I don't think they included the age.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. It's a done deal. I'm good.
Yeah, but
I'm good.
But you got a kid now too. So
somebody said I probably will call her on a mature level, so everything is still.
But my thing is, why are we dealing with the other person though? At the end of the day, why are you dealing with?
I mean, not even on dealing with her. It's just because our kids are siblings at this point, and
And see, I'm not with that.
Know each other.
Yeah, I'm not with that reaching out to the other woman or whatever, right? I can't really get with that. I don't speak that language. I don't understand what the purpose of reaching out to the other woman is, right? Unless there is business to discuss.
Yeah.
And so in this case, he won't elaborate on it. He won't get into it. And I would say that I would reach out to her, but only if I feel like I'm still going to walk down the aisle with him. Because if that's a deal breaker for me, which I can't say whether that would be or not, right? I can't even imagine being in that scenario. Yeah. But if I felt like that would be a deal breaker for me, then no, I'm not reaching out to her because I'm just going to go ahead and break it off, right? But if I did feel like, okay, this guy is nice, he's a great father to the kids, but I need to figure this other situation out, I would feel like I would definitely reach out to her. Now, if I was to bring that up to the fiance and he disagrees with me doing it or whatever, I'm sorry. I'm probably still going to go behind his back because I see someone said, don't go behind his back. I probably would go behind his back because now you're making me even more curious with the fact that you don't even want us both to handle the situation together. Yeah. And I wouldn't be able to go through life knowing someone has kids and we're just not going to interact with them. We're not going to spend time with them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of things that people go through in life, but I just have a low tolerance for people who do not take care of their kids. Like so yeah, for me, I feel like that would probably be a deal breaker in real life, right? Because you hear that from me. Mm-hmm. However, if it wasn't going to be a deal breaker in this situation, if she wanted to still marry him, I'm hitting up the other woman, Mm-hmm. So because I want to know her side. And we know that people will all day long tell you one side of the story and fit it to what they want you to hear.
She's this and that. She's like the sweetest person ever. And he's probably telling her the same thing. Or even might even be having a relationship with her. Hell.
You're right.
This is how you went through his phone to get the info. How are you going to explain that? I wouldn't even care at that point. Mm-hmm. I'd be like,
but he was
I don't care.
He was being deceitful. So how do you explain that? Like he was the one who started off being deceitful and lying. So how do you explain? Like you literally hid your kids. Like he literally hid his kids. So you can't really flip that on her because now she wants to know more information that he's not providing to her. So if he was not being deceitful in the first place, she wouldn't have had to go look through that phone or whatever. So
I'm just still over that. You want a whole year. Okay. Yeah.
And
then you paying child support though. It's not like you just.
That's what I'm talking about. Why aren't you disclosing where the money going? Like,
right.
Why?
And that's a whole nother conversation.
What if my mortgage or rent go in default because you got to make payments to that? You need to know.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Because what I thought about is maybe he hides that money. Like she doesn't even see that money at all that he's putting, towards the kids or whatever.
That could be a good option. That could be a good option.
That she had to go search for whatever, So yeah, that's crazy. I hope this helps you, whoever you are that sent that message in, because that's a tough one.
Don't listen to me. I'm not a good one.
I can imagine 3 years in, and especially if he's been a great father, she's ready to get married, but then boom, you find out, not this, because like she said, she found out when she was pregnant that he had other kids. So they've been dealing with this for at least a year or two. They've been together for 3 years. So it's like, okay, now you're trying to figure out, well, what's the problem? Like, we've been together now for a minute and you still won't give me the backstory on these other kids. Meanwhile, time is ticking away and they're missing out on whoever their dad is. So
it'll make me become a detective, and then I wouldn't even like myself at that point. And that, because
this is why I
be looking through his stuff.
I've been with you,
following you, be like, what you actually doing? Where you really going? Like,
yeah. See, that's why I said deuces. I don't want to have to be stressed out.
Yeah, so you want to run him away like she did? She ran him away, and why he get to get me on the pedestal?
There they go, blaming the women. Like, why do y'all men always want to blame the women?
I don't want to run him away, so I need to keep him because I need to have this man here.
But the man started out being deceitful. He was the one who started off lying. Like
3 years.
How can you give him away as if he a high value man?
How can you blame her for that? Wow.
He's a superhero. Get out of here. Y'all crazy. I'm not about to go here with y'all.
That is funny. That superhero thing is hilarious.
That superhero gonna get him punched right in that throat.
Right. It's gonna find him. He gonna be walking down the aisle by himself. That's what that's gonna be. Superhero yourself, a new woman.
Yeah.
Renee, you gotta say it how you say it. Throat.
In his throat.
In the throat.
Yeah. But what I found out, if I talk to your ex, who cares? After I went through your phone am I still talking to my ex? Do I have a kid with my ex that I'm hiding?
Talking about kids that he didn't talk about.
What would I say about you? Child, who cares at that point?
She's not mad about something with the ex. She's mad about the fact that he didn't tell her about kids.
Yes, if it wasn't any disclosure of the children.
Right. We probably wouldn't even be having this discussion if he wasn't taking care of kids that he never talks about.
Child, y'all awesome. What if he went through my phone? Child, he wouldn't find nothing but my text messages to him. Like, what?
He definitely wouldn't find out that I got some other kids somewhere else.
That I'm paying off. And if he did, you think he's gonna be like, well, I don't want to run her away, so I'm gonna be quiet about it. I'm gonna keep her around. No, he's gonna be like, F you, B, you got to go. Like, you got these.
I'm trying to read these comments and I cannot see. What did he say?
I know, that's what I was reading too.
Let's go through my stuff. I'm not even mad about that. But he should have been honest about what the deal was with those kids. Like, I feel you on that. Yeah. Your stuff is your stuff. But the only reason that people go through other people's stuff is when they feel like lies are being told. I mean, let's be honest. Women and men don't just start going through your stuff 9 times out of 10 just because they want to. No one's sitting around bored thinking, let me go through your shit. You have given them a reason to say, I need to find out more because you're not saying whatever it is that you need to be saying. And in his case, you got 2 whole kids out there. So you ain't talking about kids, but you paying child support out of our household that we're about to join together in a marriage
for years.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, unless y'all have any more input on that, or do y'all have any?
That was the first mistake. What was the first mistake? The first mistake was him having kids and not telling somebody. That's the first mistake. The first mistake ain't you going through his stuff. Like, why are we trying to hang out with him.
And
If you want to go, bye.
You had to go down to court to do your child support. So why I didn't know about that?
Right.
Unless you can want to pay out the pocket, just like regular monthly payments, but
y'all know I can't really see good. But does that does that say Dickie Wood?
Mm-hmm.
So Dickie Wood is basically the guy that says you found what you were looking for. And so you're not going to win an argument when somebody thinks like that. That's
you may find out that she's really crazy. Okay. She could be crazy. What's that supposed to?
But when you hide your kids, though, your actual offspring that you contributed to making, like,
and the fact that a female is crazy too is not a reason why you don't deal with your kids ever. Like,
you don't want nobody touching his stuff. Well, you made that clear. But when you hiding kids, when you paying child support and you hiding kids,
Shorty Dawn is crazy. I'm sticking to the superhero thingy. Plus, I have pictures. Get out of here.
Wow.
Nope. We ain't about to say superhero. I'm gonna use that later and see if that works. He's handling his business with the kids. No.
He is handling his business, but physically though, he needs to still be a father, and those kids should know their siblings. Like, see, that's the problem. Women definitely.
Why you gotta be
look at that?
You know, if now
and
that you
then not only that, why aren't you disclosing that to me?
Yeah, the thing
why
is,
don't
if you
I
know
get
that
the right to know
she knows that he has twins at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're hiding that you're paying child support, why is that even a secret? Like, if she knows that you have, it's not like you didn't tell her you have kids. You told her you have kids and you're paying child. That should be a good thing. They're saying, yeah, I'm paying child support. Like, why is that a secret?
And here's my thing, like, here's how you end it. Imagine the shoe being on the other foot. You with your girl, you find out she got a set of twins that she abandoned and left with her ex. You find that out, how you gonna feel about that? I don't know. Maybe you might say you don't want 2 more kids in your household and you're just cool with her forking out money to pay child support and not be there. You might be cool with that. But a lot of times when men are saying we should be okay with their behavior, they wouldn't be okay if we did the same thing. They just wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They would throw that woman out to the trash can so bad, so fast, because, oh, wait a minute, you had kids, you didn't tell me, you abandoned you. They would call her all kind of trifling mama, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because we can't do the same thing as them. But then this response of, well, he's paying child support. Them kids need their daddy in their life. You know, and if he's not going to be in their life because of the mother putting up an obstacle, then I feel like him and his fiance should be able to figure that out together, you know, and then maybe handle it through court.
Yeah, go to court and work it out there, you know.
Shorty Dunn said he would never hide his kids.
I hope not. That's true.
Yeah, that is crazy. Do y'all have a spill of wine to share tonight?
I don't. I think we're done.
I didn't. No.
So what we gonna end this on? Taking another. Oh, well, let me not take my sip yet. What you got for us?
You know what I thought about? Might take another sip. I don't want to ruin it for the viewers, but I watched a movie. Let me make sure I get the name right. Okay, so as I'm looking for the name, it might be, yeah. So y'all know I don't really watch a whole lot of movies. That's my problem, because I be falling asleep on movies. And then my ADD kicks in. It takes me 5 hours to watch a hour and 20-minute movie because I gotta pause, stop, whatever.
Let me say this comment before you move on to the next subject. So again, he may feel they aren't his kids. You know how child support is. No.
I don't well, then that's
wait. Then you're doing it for 2 to 3 years.
You take a test.
That's when you get a paternity test.
They got them centers on every damn corner. They got one in the Walmarts now.
You can sell it. Yeah, they sell them in the stores, right?
They got a little what's the Quest diagnostic at the Walmart.
CVS, Walgreens.
That's not an excuse.
Not an excuse.
Especially, I mean, if you don't want to be a dad, just say that. Like, that's all you gotta say. But making up all these other excuses, no. But
commentary though.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your input, and I'm pretty sure when she watches this episode, she's gonna take all of that in and make her final decision if she hasn't made it already, right? But my take another sip is, you know, what we talk about with take another sip is, since we're coming on here every week, is something that may have happened over the past week that you think, oh my goodness, I need a drink, you know. So whatever that situation is, you just say, oh, let me just take another sip. Now,
Okay.
I will, in full disclosure, I had the day from hell today, right? and if I wanted to put my personal business out there, I would take another
I had
sip.
to check on you, sis. I was just like, she ain't chimed in on the text.
Oh my goodness!
Especially after me showing us a picture of her hair. Did you?
I could take another. I could take like this. Y'all see how much Crown Peach I got left? On the day that I had today, I could drink the rest of that Crown Peach on camera, right? Because that's the type of day I had. But I digress. Instead of me talking about my day, I saw a series on Netflix, and I had it running in the background as I was doing other things. And then I realized, wait, this is one of those shows I have to pay attention to. So I think it's 5 or 6 episodes, and it's called Through Her Eyes. Is that right?
Oh, I ain't see it.
Oh no, it's called Behind Her Eyes.
No, Behind Her Eyes.
Yeah, Behind Her Eyes. Did either of you?
Behind Her Eyes.
Okay. Did either of you watch that?
I got Steve's.
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm good.
So Demetrius, you said you watched it.
I didn't see it because it looked scary, and you told me it wasn't scary, but it looked scary in the beginning. Like the first 5 minutes of it, it was a part that I was just like, "Oh no, I don't do scary," so I turned it off.
It's not scary.
So I might go back and look at it. So are you going to spoil it?
Go back.
Nope. If you're going to go back and look at it, and I don't see any of our viewers chiming in saying they watched it or did not watch it, but if you're going to look at it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I will say that the ending to that series, it's a limited series. So I don't know if they're going to have a part 2 or season 2 or whatever. But oh my goodness, as I was watching, I saw some of the people online saying it was great, the ending was crazy, et cetera, et cetera. And I tried to guess the ending as I watched, but no, I was way off. I was close, but like a huge not quite, you know.
And you promised me it's not scary at all.
It's not scary at all.
I'm taking my sip just thinking about it. It's not scary. It's a mystery, and it's not even really a suspense mystery. It's just it's not scary at all.
I want to look at it because I did start it. I was like, I wanted to look at it, but then I saw that and I was like,
I've got my husband watching it. I think he's on episode 3, so he was looking at it. He actually interrupted me a little bit earlier. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, so he's watching it and he's on episode 3. I cannot wait. I had another friend watch it, and y'all, like I said, y'all know I don't have I move around too much to be trying to sit still and watch a movie or a show, like binge watch anything. I move around too much for that. But that one, that had me stuck. And then I couldn't even, when I saw the ending, because I would say if you watch like 1 through 3, right, of the episodes, and then skip to the last one, it's kind of like, okay, you don't even have to see the whole thing to like be caught off guard by that ending. But, still watch all of them just because. Okay. But yeah, that's my take. But my day is my taking of the sip in real life. my morning / afternoon I had. Everybody. But child, I can share with you after this is over.
I'll take a sip though, just because.
But oh my God, I have based on today, I have reevaluated my whole entire life and all my relationships that I have.
Are you good though?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. But I've had to reevaluate all of my relationships.
So you mean like to get closer with people or the distance?
Like if my phone never rings again and it's only my family calling me, I'm good. If I never get invited somewhere, if nobody ever calls me with their problems, if I don't, I'm okay with that. If it's just my family that I'm dealing with.
You ever fallen out with somebody?
No, it wasn't falling out. It was just a really crazy situation, and it was just a long day because of it. And I just realized, myself included, people can just be selfish in different ways. That's but as I say, myself included, because sometimes you don't even realize that you could work on yourself as well. You don't realize that until you see someone else doing something that you think, wait a minute, that's crazy that you did that. Then you think, wait, I need to work on that for myself, or just be mindful of how that makes other people feel, that behavior. So anyway, so my whole day is taking a sip, right? But that movie though, I say movie, but it's like a 5 or 6 part series. That whole ending just blew my mind. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I can't wait till you watch it, Renee, because when you,
I know.
Yeah, I want you to talk about that. Yeah, I'll spoil the ending for other people that watch us because I don't care about them, but I don't want to spoil it for you though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it this week. Let me see. You know what? Actually, I know it's going long. We're gonna have to stop it in a minute. We're about to end, but just because so many people were talking about Love at First Sight, I don't know if y'all look at Love at First Sight. I looked at maybe like 2 seasons of the maybe 15 seasons or 12 seasons they're in, but so many people were talking about it.
Okay.
That I had to, I tuned in this season, and bitch, like, I mean, since it's already gone, so it's not even a spoiler. But they marry at first sight. There's this one dude. He was just engaged like 3 months prior to getting married,
or something. Yeah,
and he found out he had a baby. The wife found out on day 2 that he has a child coming. Child, I would have been out. I would have been out. I don't even know. I don't
watch it. Somebody called me to talk to me about it because they were so irritated with how that played out. And I don't watch it, but that made me want to watch it, hearing them talk about it.
I just started watching it today, and I'm on like episode 6 already because I was fast forward.
He had a whole baby.
That's taking another sip.
Yeah, he had a baby. He has a baby.
He got a whole baby on the way,
and he just married somebody else. And old girl was just like, "Well, I'm gonna try to stick it out." And I don't know what happened now because I'm still only episode 6, and I think they're like 8 or 10 episodes in so far. So I don't know what happens with that, but I'd have pieced him out at that point, just because, for one, that was after he told her the day prior, after he told her that he was not attracted to her. But he still slept with her the wedding night and the wedding morning. The following morning, he slept with her. So he slept with her 2 times.
This is a new bride.
Yeah. So after he slept with her 2 times the night and that morning after their wedding, he told her that he wasn't attracted to her. So I'd have been pissed off that you screwed me and you weren't attracted to me. And then you told me on camera that you're not attracted to me, so everybody else know that you think that I'm a dog. But then you have then day 2, you tell me you about to have a kid. I don't even know you like that, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It ain't like we spent all this time and I really love him. I don't know you. No, I'm gone.
Oh, speaking of love,
that's the current season, Donnie. I'm not sure what season they're on. I think maybe 12 or something.
Oh yeah, I think it is that far. They
Actually, nope. I got the season. I got it up on the background. It's season 12, episode 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what's the episode.
Oh yeah, they're far in it.
But it was like episode maybe like 4 or 5 where that came out.
So, speaking of love, though, do you feel like them people really be loving them folks that they get with on their show like that? Like love at first.
But I do follow some of them because I only follow one couple since I looked at a previous season a while ago, and they're so cute, and I'm glad they're still married, and she just had a baby over the last weekend.
I think they do fall in love.
Yeah, over time. I think they do, because that's only the people that's been with them for it's been years now, a few years, but I think it happens. I think they work on it in the beginning. It's kind of weird, but over time I think they do. But yeah, this season that they got going on now is, y'all should look at it. And it's kind of, well,
I don't have that kind of time.
I don't want to say it out loud, but I only pay attention to 2 of the couples because the 2 couples look like us. And I fast forward through the rest of them because I don't care. So that's why I'm on episode 6 and I just started today because I'm just like, fast forward, I don't care. I root for everybody that looks like us. So those are the ones I look at. But yeah. All right. Is there anything else, y'all? We done went a long time today.
No, I don't have anything.
That's all I got.
I know.
Well, thank y'all for.
We had a lot of topics here, here.
No.
Yes.
Thank y'all for joining us in the comment section, keeping us, on our toes. Especially.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Denise, Shorty, Dawn, all y'all. We missing Shay. Where's Shay at? Shay used to be chiming in. She must be busy.
I know. Shay.
But hey, Shay, if you look at the playback or just tell her later, I like her. Tell her I said
listen.
I know.
Exactly.
And my coworker Nina. Thank you, Nina and Shay.
Yes.
Listen.
Okay.
When we get ready to do live shows at some point, these good old faithful people, y'all better be the first ones to buy tickets to come see us live. For real. Y'all been dedicated. We love it.
We appreciate that though. Thank y'all. And I guess we will see y'all next Monday. Child, I forgot what day of the week it was.
It's gonna happen quick. It's gonna happen quick.
I know.
Adios.
Yeah. Bye y'all.
Bye.